I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Now that the dust is settled and I've got the wheel ground, it's time to make up a way to put a drip of water on top of the stone. The grinder came with this piece of steel strap. It was bolted to one of the bearing mount bolts. I think that was just because that was the bolts that they had to work with. I'm going to put another hole in the side of the frame down here so I can get a little bit lower, and so I don't have to loosen up those bearing mount bolts, because they're just long enough to hold on the bearings right now. I'm going to drill a hole in the side here, fasten this piece of steel bar on there, drill a hole in the side of the tin can and mount that up. Once I get it proofed out, I'll probably put a squirt of black paint on it too. Piece of angle iron drills like it's made out of bed rail. That'll hold the can securely. 100 years of exposure to the elements. That old wrought iron screw was pretty tight. But touch of croil and about 3 months waiting time, came right apart. If I can get this little valve to go in there, I'll have a nice way of regulating the water. Trick is going to be getting this little valve to go in there. It's an 1/8 inch pipe thread, but this piece of tin really doesn't like pipe thread. So I think I'm going to be able to put this in and maybe put some JB weld on it to hold it in place. I have to put a hole in there first though. And being an optimist, I know that I'm going to need a hole in the side of the top of this can. And I want to have it 90 degrees from the position of that valve. Might as well drill them both at once. Now the 3/8 hole for the pipe fitting. Well, that part of it's done. We have the hole drilled in the can to mount it. I have the hole drilled for the valve. Just have to mix up some JB weld and glue this thing into position. Sounds real easy, doesn't it? Well, that's about 3 times more than what I need. One thing you want to be sure of is that you don't mix up the caps. See how this one's black and it's got black writing on it? You want to be sure not mix them up, because the minute you do that, they set up. And once they're set up, you might as well just write it off, because the only way you're going to get anything out of there is to cut a hole in the side of the tube. That cap is on there permanently. How would I know that? Just experience talking. Now you got to mix this up until it's a consistent color. You don't want any marbling streaks in it, otherwise it won't set up right. Smear it out and pile it back up and then smear it out again. I have to make sure I don't have any over the end of it. That would kind of mess up my chances of making this thing work. Okay, looks like we're clear on the inside. I just have to make sure that I've got it a full seal around there. Not that it matters a whole lot if this drips, because it's designed to drip, but I like doing a good job while I'm doing it. And a little bit of time now. We'll save a whole lot of later on going, oh crap, I wish I'd have done it better. Does it work perfectly every time? Of course not. But your chances vastly improve if you take the time to do it the best you possibly can. I think I got it covered on the inside. The outside looks like it's a possibility that everything is right. Actually, looks really good. I just have to take my hands off of it and leave it set. Hardest part of any job is walking away when you need to. This will constantly tempt me if I'm in the area. I've got some dust to clean up But before I do that, I'm going to go have lunch. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.